Hey guys, so we're gonna do a weighted workout. So you can either use cans of tomatoes like I have, or dumbbells. Up to you. All right, so we're gonna start off with bicep curls, seated bicep curls. You're going to want to make sure that your arms stay straight and contract the bicep muscle at the top. So straight squeeze. All right, so I'm moving on to the dumbbells and we're going into overhead presses. So making sure that your core stays engaged as you're seated and keeping your elbows at 90 degrees at the bottom and pushing straight to the top. All right, now we're going into bent over rows. So again, making sure that your core stays engaged so that you're not bent over, you're not hunched over. You are bent at the hips and you're squeezing your rear delts at the top. And then right into tricep kickbacks. So keeping your elbows bent and then straightening at the top. Don't allow your elbows just to swing. It's controlled and contracted. So allow it to come down and squeeze at the top. So now we're going to get into a lying chest press. So lay on your back, core engaged, and then drop your elbows down to the floor and up and squeeze at the top. Down and squeeze, keeping the core engaged. All right, so we're going to transition to chest flies. So you're going to keep your elbows slightly bent and you're rotating the dumbbells so that they're facing each other. And as you're bringing the dumbbells together, you want to imagine that you're squeezing like a beach ball at the top and then out, up, and squeeze at the top. So now we're done with upper body. We're going to move on to lower body now. All right, so we're gonna go into back lunges. So keeping your core engaged, chest up, and step back and squeeze at the top. Step back, squeeze at the top. I have to say too, baby looks a whole lot closer to the dumbbells than she actually is. She's a safe distance away as I keep an eye on her.
Now recording.
Warning whoever was coming down the stairs that I'm in the middle of a video. All right, so now we're going into sumo squat. So feet further apart than a normal squat and keeping your chest upright and squeezing the glutes at the top. Here I just change up the position of the dumbbell just to keep it away from baby. A baby booty bump in the head. So that distracted me a little bit, losing my train of thought. All right, so now we're going to go into a kneeling glute squeeze. So hip hinge and squeeze at the top. Hip hinge, squeeze at the top. Again, we're going to make sure that we're keeping our core engaged and that we're not pushing our hips too far forward. Now getting up, and we're going into a seated squat to stand. So up and squeeze your glutes at the top. So I'm just changing up the position of the dumbbell. You can either have it on your shoulders or have it out in the front of you, just how I'm doing it here. This is personal preference, just whatever's most comfortable for you. So now we're going into a side lunge. So you're going to, from a standing position, step to the side and bend the knee. The one leg stays straight and the other one is bent. So here I'm trying to give you different angles of the side lunge. It can feel a little bit strange to do this one if you're not used to doing side lunges in your workouts. You want to make sure that your core is staying engaged as you step to the side, that you're not hunched over, that your core is engaged and your back stays straight, and you're pushing into that side of the glute on the bottom phase of that exercise. So now we're going into a Romanian deadlift. So you're going to want to make sure that your back stays straight, your core is engaged, and your knees are slightly bent. The dumbbells or weighted cans will track forward in front of the knees, so you don't want it to come down on top of your knees. It's just right in front of the knees, keeping the back straight, core engaged, and glute squeeze at the top. And here I sacrifice my dumbbell for Madeline, who really wanted it. So again, just glute squeeze at the top. And now we're going to transition into everybody's favorite, abs. Woohoo! And I'm going to use the cans for this one. Just so it's facing down. Yeah, so they do. Shout out for my niece, Olivia, who is my camera girl. And check out Madeline. She's wanting to play with the dumbbells too, just like Mama. All right, so place the cans in front, have a space in between, and then you're gonna lean back, place your hands in the behind you, and then up and over with your feet. I don't provide modifications for this one specifically, but what you can do is, instead of going up and over with both feet, you can do a single leg up and over, up and over. All right, we're going to do in and out. So just pushing through your legs straight, bent, as you're rotating in and out of the cans. Okay, and a Russian twist. So now we're going into Russian twist. So the modifications for this one is that you would just keep your feet planted on the ground as you rotate with the cans, or without weight, just using your hands touching side to side. All right, so now this one's a little bit awkward. You're kneeling and you're keeping your core engaged. So this is not an upper body movement. This is actually a core movement. If done right, you would feel it in the core. So you want to make sure that your hips are tucked under, your core is engaged, and you're rotating through your torso, not pushing through your upper body. So just want to make sure that you're doing that. So now baby wants me. She's like, I've had enough of this workout, Mom. I want time with you. So this is another alternative you can do if you have a little one at home as well, like I do. Kids are fun when you can involve them in the workouts. That's something I could also do for one of my videos. It's just a day-to-day kind of situation right now. All right, so for the last exercise, we have a plank. So what you can do is either plank off the elbows, which makes it more challenging, or planking from the hands. Just making sure that your back is straight, your core is engaged, and that your hips are not dropping too far down so your back is arching or your butt's not sky high up in the air. Again, here I'm just trying to transition and give different angles, but baby's not having it, so we're done.